I forgot to hit record, but here we go. Okay, so yeah, last week.
So last week I did a release ceremony and I wrote down the things that I wanted to release and like I just sort of winged it. But I had a fire and I burned sage and um and I burned all these little colorful pieces of paper with all these things I was releasing. Um and I felt very calm and like content in the moment, but I really didn't have like an immediate reaction from it.
Mhm.
I think this was on Thursday. I think it was Thursday. And then um, last night when I was laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, that sort of like Sunday night, I was just filled with this sense of I can wake up and do whatever I want.
Mm,
Like it's all a choice. I get to decide. And that's where it really hit me. Like,
mm.
what do I really want to do today? And instead of just sort of diving into work, I chose to take some time to like get ready and think about what I wanted to do
Mhm.
and
I
it's
love
nice.
that. Yeah, I actually you bring up a really interesting piece that about letting go, right? That sometimes we need the space to really release it. We can say
Mhm.
it in the moment, but it's about uh, like letting it sit and building the belief with it, like
Mhm.
letting it go. Actually, that reminds me of kind of what Susie says is like borrow my belief, right? Like
Mhm.
the ceremony itself is almost like you're borrowing the belief, and then the process of that is releasing it, over time. Now that you were able to let it go in the moment, you can let it kind of float across several days, and then that peace of mind really coming into places like you were preparing for not going back there.
Mhm.
Like last night was like, oh yeah, I don't have to go back there. That's awesome. I love that. Hmm.
And then it
um
was really interesting. There was sort of like another, and this is only like coming to me right now, sort of another type of release. My mom and I decided to have a yard sale this weekend, and it ended up being so much fun. We just like laughed so much, and my little guy, he's like a born salesman, born entertainer. So he comes out early in the morning and he's like, well, if I help you sell, can I have the proceeds? So my mom, who was going to donate all of her stuff anyway,
mhm.
um, was like, yeah, if you sell any of my stuff, you can have the proceeds. So, I mean, he was out there hustling all day, like directing traffic in. He had a sign. I mean, he was working it. And, again, just this idea of like releasing. And then yesterday, he was counting his like profit and he ended up making $100. So
Wow, that's awesome. And he sees how he worked for that too. What a great
yeah,
connection.
so we went out yesterday afternoon and he ended up buying himself um, AirPods. And he's so excited about these because we've had um, like the like other types of like earbuds, right? But not
Hmm.
the official like Apple AirPod. So it's like a status symbol to him, right? Like his official. Um, and we were leaving, and he said, "See, one man's yard sale crap is another man's AirPods." And I thought it was just perfect, right? That idea of like releasing all of the things that no longer serve you to like make space for something that you really want in your life, something that makes you feel like that next level of like, not only did you release and get the profits, but like then he had this special, you know, like token to show for it. And
Mhm.
I thought it was just perfect the way
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. How old is he?
he's 10.
Yeah. So you can just see the ingenious at work, right? Like, and if, boy, I wonder what type of business he's going to get into,
It's
right?
funny because he's out there, right, with his son, and he had this like Woody cowboy hat on, and his like larger than life personality. And I was joking with my mom. I was like, "Wow, there is no doubt that kid is 100% mine." She was like, "Nope."
That's so awesome. I love that when you can see, um, it's like that's you're already creating the legacy, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Because when I was a kid, it was like there was not enough room or space in the room for me and my imagination. It was
Mm,
like next
yeah.
level, and that's what he has, which is what I love about him.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of, I'm on the chapter right now in that, Think and Grow Rich, the 10 minutes a day, and the imagination step. I think it's step 5. And it's like, oh my gosh, just think what would happen if our 10-year-olds were striving to use more of their creativity. And, just it gets so squashed out there in the system. So, oh my gosh, I love that. Way to go. Way to encourage him, and let his little personality show and shine and get something for it. So, oh my gosh, we're at the end of the hour. I can't believe it. I'll stop this recording.